Hello, friends and friends of First Baptist Tulsa. This is our midweek update for January 14th, 2025. No, it's 2026. Hopefully, you've gotten used to writing that new date. So, welcome to the new year. A couple of things I want you to know, and then let's dive into some scripture together. As I announced on Sunday, a special called business meeting, January 25th, for the purpose of calling a new staff member to our church, our minister of discipleship. That person will share their faith story in both morning services, and if you're a member at First Tulsa, you'll be given the opportunity to vote at the end of both of our worship gatherings, and we'll announce the results later on. Hopefully it will be very positive. I think you'll enjoy meeting this individual. Again, that is for January 25th. January 29th is Light Up the Night. This is the daddy-daughter dance. And so if you have a daughter, a granddaughter, a niece that you're very invested in, would encourage you to have a wonderful evening with them as we kind of approach Valentine's Day. It's a little bit early just to give plenty of time for this event. January 29th, you want to register for that. And then on February 1st, there's two things I want you to know. First of all, new members breakfast if you're new around the First Baptist family, or maybe you just need a refresher on what it means to be involved in worship and community and serving. Sign up for that breakfast. And then Women's Discipleship Program starts that day, formerly Women's Mentoring. And talking with Lindsay Wagner, the reason for the rebranding on this is being a mentor, people were often scared by that title, that I have to have a certain level of maturity already attained. No, we're all still growing. And so this is an opportunity to be a discipler or to disciple another person in our women's ministry. Please be aware of that. Okay, so hope you're diving into the book of Proverbs. The whole key to the book of Proverbs is wisdom, the ability to do the right thing at the right time for the right reasons. Proverbs 1 talks about the fear of the Lord. That's a growing awareness of the godness of God, and it begins to develop our wisdom as we see life through being God's creature, through being God's servant, through being God's person. Okay, so chapter 2, and this is kind of a short chapter for 1 week, but I would encourage you to read and reread this. A couple of things here. Verse 6 will say the source of wisdom is God's voice. Okay, pay attention to who you are allowing to influence your life. And the best influence will be to stay in the scripture, to stay in prayer, to make sure God's truth is flowing into our life. God is ultimately the source of wisdom. And wise is the person, I'm going to jump back up to verse 2, who tunes their ear to God's wisdom. And so in chapter 2, there's a bit of a plea here. Recognize God as the source of wisdom and then tune into that. But there's also a promise, and in verse 7 and 8, and there's more to it, but I'm just pointing out a few highlights here. God promises success to those who acknowledge Him as the source of wisdom and tune their ears to God's wisdom. Now, it doesn't mean that everything we do in life is going to be up and to the right, but what it does mean is that God honors those who honor Him over the long haul of a life. That as we honor God and we live wisely, He is going to honor such a person with success and blessing and care. In fact, verse 8 goes on to say He is a shield, He guards, and He protects those people who put their lives under the umbrella of wisdom. So Proverbs 2, dive into it this week. Begin to ask God. The book of James says if you lack wisdom, ask God for that wisdom. So as a part of you reading Proverbs, let's be asking God to make us wise individuals under the lordship and leadership of Christ. Say it all the time. I mean it. I love you. Love serving this church. Love being your pastor. God bless you. I'll see you soon. Bye-bye.